More than 100 years ago, the City of Lights was drenched with water. In the winter of 1909 to 1910, Paris and the surrounding area experienced higher than normal rainfall, which saturated the ground and filled rivers to overflowing. Parisians were preoccupied with daily life and had a false sense of security because the Seine's water level had risen and fallen again in December. This changed, however, the morning of January 21st, 1910. Friday, January 21st, 1910, the power station from which all the public clocks of Paris are worked was flooded by the Seine. All the clocks stopped simultaneously. Parisians began to realize that the Seine and flood was a serious danger instead of a cheerful spectacle. During the following week, thousands of Parisians evacuated their homes as water infiltrated buildings and streets throughout the city. Much basic infrastructure was shut down. The infrastructure was more vulnerable to flooding because most of it was built within the sewage system in order to avoid cluttering the streets of Paris. The people of Paris would be walking along a makeshift path made of wooden planks and used boats in the flooded streets of Paris. People rowed boats along the Quai de Rome and sailed in lieu of hopping on local trams and metros. The Seine starts in Burgundy and winds its way through France, traversing Paris and stretching a distance of close to 500 miles before it reaches the sea, close to the port city of Le Havre. Along the way, it crosses plenty of other French towns and settlements. Therefore, all of Paris and surrounding neighborhoods were flooded. The flood left almost 150,000 Parisians homeless, and a quarter of the buildings in Paris were inundated. The flood cost 1.5 billion euros, which is about 2.15 billion euros in today's money. Despite the enormous amount of damage, there were no reports of death.